and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 2016 makeup favorites. So I haven't done a favorites video yet on my channel. I do want to start doing them, but it's just hard because sometimes you don't always try out that much new makeup. But I thought I would start off the year with my 2016 favorites, so then you can get to know exactly what products I love and what my absolute favorites are, because on a beauty channel lots of different products are talked about, so it's hard to know what someone loves and what they don't love, but this is my absolute favorite products that I have used over the course of the year. Some even older than that. These aren't products that were brought out in 2016, it's just the products that I have used the most during the year of 2016. So I'll pretty much try and go in the order that you would kind of apply it to your face, just so that it makes some kind of sense, and hopefully I won't forget anything that way. So first up, you would apply a primer. So I actually haven't had one single primer that has stood out to me this year. I don't find that primers make an incredible difference on my skin, so there's not one that I've used like consistently throughout the year, so I thought I may as well just leave that out. There's nothing that I absolutely love that I really wanted to share with you guys. So I'll move straight on to foundation. So when I have absolutely no fake tan on, my favorite foundation is the Revlon Color Stay for combination to oily skin, and I have this in the shade 150 Buff. So this is an ideal match for my skin with no tan on. It's super pale, but it's not too pale, and it's more neutral than anything. It's definitely not pink toned. They have one lighter which is a lot more pink toned, but this one's definitely a bit more neutral, almost slightly yellow if anything, and so this color matches me perfectly. The formula stays on my skin really well, and it has amazing coverage. So out of all of the foundations I own, high end and low end, this is my favorite for when I've got no tan on, and I have been using this foundation since I was about 16 years old. So this is the product that I have been using the longest throughout my makeup history. Ever since I first started wearing makeup, this is pretty much what I wore, and I still use it today because it is such a great product. The foundation that I love the most when I have fake tan on is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and this is in the shade 2W2 Rattan. This just has very similar coverage to the Revlon Color Stay. It's actually a very similar foundation. I find they are quite similar in the application and the longevity on my skin, so it keeps my skin nice and matte throughout the day because I do tend to get a lot more oily. I find this makeup feels the most comfortable on my skin. I'm not rushing to get it off by the end of the day, and it usually has held up really well by the end of the day, so that's why I love this foundation. The color is awesome, and the only thing I don't like with Double Wear is that they don't stock lighter shades, so I can't get this foundation in a shade that would be this light. That's why I like it for when I have tan on. When I don't have tan on, I don't really have an option with this foundation. For concealer, my favorite is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and this one I use in the shade Fair Neutral when I have no tan on, and Light Warm when I have tan on. And I just love the coverage that this gives. Blends out really easily. It's nice and hydrating, not drying whatsoever, and it just looks fresh and it doesn't look too cakey or heavy. I just find this is the concealer that works the best for me. I've tried out so many this year, but this is the one that I reach for the most, 100%. For a pressed powder, my absolute favorite is the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder, and I use this one in the shade Light Beige. Really, really affordable. They do have good colors. This one here I use with no tan. When I have tan, I have one called Natural, but it's kind of not the right tone, so I do tend to use other ones that have more warmth to them, but I know they do other shades. I just haven't purchased a shade because I have got other powders that I do use, which I really do like as well. But in terms of affordability and the effectiveness of this powder, this here is definitely one of my favorites. For blush, there are two blushes that I've been using equally this year, and they've both featured in videos on my channel already. The first one would be the Too Faced Love Flush Blush in the shade I Will Always Love You. It's super pretty. It's like a corally kind of a color, and it has a beautiful gold shimmer through it. So it's nice if you just want to do a bit of blush that has a nice shimmer without needing to highlight as well, and it gives a pop of color to the cheeks. And the other blush that I use, which I am wearing today, is the Tarte Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush, and this is in the shade Exposed. So this is what the color looks like. It's just a perfect neutrally kind of a color. Goes with every single makeup look, so that's why I reach for this one all the time. I love the formula on both of these blushes. They're both really long wearing throughout the day, and they never look too patchy or anything like that. They blend really nicely, so that's why those two are my absolute favorites. For my bronzer, my NARS Laguna is hands down my most used bronzer. It is my only bronzer that I have hit pan on, and as you can see, I have heavily hit pan on it. I use this to contour as well as to bronze. My packaging is falling apart, that's how much I use it. I just find that this bronzer is the perfect color for my skin tone. I can use it when I have no tan on or when I do have tan on, which I find hard to find a bronzer like that because I am so pale with no tan on. Most bronzers will just look really bad on me. So this bronzer just works the best out of any I own because it's so versatile. So it's a similar thing for me for highlighter. I kind of look for one that I can use when I have tan on or when I don't have tan on, and that for me is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. It's such a pretty color. It's a perfect kind of champagne like neutral color, so it goes with any makeup look. So this here has hands down been my favorite highlighter for 2016. For eyeshadow primer, my favorite this year has been the MAC Paint Pots. So I have the shade Soft Ochre. I also have the shade Black Ground, so it's really good to lay down as a black base if you're doing a really dark smoky eye. So I love these. I find they hold my makeup on really well, and I like how they neutralize the color on my lids. In terms of eyeshadow, my favorite eyeshadows this year would be the Makeup Geek single shadows. I do have a few MAC ones in here, so these are my Makeup Geek shadows. So they would probably be my favorites just because I love all of the different colors that are in here. Nylon from MAC is also an awesome shade, so I love that one for an inner corner highlight, but yeah, most of the other ones are Makeup Geek that are in this palette. If I had to pick a favorite actual eyeshadow palette from the year, then I would have to say it would be the Stila Eyes of the Window palettes. Now, excuse mine, they are super dirty. The Mind palette, which is this one here, and then the Soul palette, which is this one here, which I've had one color break, but this palette I use all the time for work, and same with the Mind palette. They would be for sure my two most used palettes throughout this whole year. And I will give an honorable mention to the Stila Perfect Me Perfect Hue palette in medium to tan because I have already hit pan on this shadow and I don't hit pan on eyeshadow very often. I love this palette. It's such a great versatile palette. You can create so many different looks with it, and it's one of the most blendable purples I have ever used. So I love this palette. I reach for it all the time. In terms of eyeliners, my favorites would definitely have to be the Stila Smudge Stick liners or a pencil liner. I find these last on my eyes the best, and they stay nice and pigmented in the waterline. I'm actually wearing Damsel on my eyes today. I have obviously got a few different colors in it, but I just find it's a really good pencil. Smudges out easily, but then once it's on, it stays in place. And then for liquid liner, same deal. It's the Stila Stay All Day liquid liner in Intense Black. I use this one every time I do liquid liner, pretty much without fail. I just find I get the best results from it. If I ever do a nude liner in the waterline, I always use the NYX Wonder Pencil, and this is in the shade Light. And then if I do a white eyeliner, I'll use the Models Prefer eyeliner in the shade Innocent White. And I find both of these work really well and are really pigmented and stay on the eye really well. And if I want to do a pop of color on the eye, my favorite is the By Terry Royal Navy eyeliner. So it's a really bright blue and it looks awesome. So that's my absolute favorite in terms of a colored eyeliner. For pigments or glitters, my favorites that I have used this year are the AMC Pure Pigment eyeshadows from Inglot. They have so many different colors, but I've only got 3, but all of the 3 that I have I absolutely love. They're a really good product. You get so much in them. They're not too expensive, really easy to use. So yeah, just love these. They have such a good shade range, so any color that you could think of, they pretty much have it. So love, 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 love these. For eyebrows, my favorite product I have used this year is the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe. I am out of this at the moment. This is completely used. It's like the tiniest little bit left. But this here is just a perfect color for my eyebrows. Works amazingly well, and I find it's really easy to draw on. I love these narrow thin pencils. I've tried out quite a few of them this year, but I would have to say the Anastasia one would still be my favorite. The only problem with these kind of a pencil is they do not last long. They literally will last probably get like a month or 6 weeks out of it, so I don't get a long time out of using these, but I absolutely love them. I feel like my brows look the best when I use a pencil like this. So then for mascara, the mascara that I have used the most this year and just love and I will repurchase is the Chanel Le Volume de Chanel. This is a really beautiful mascara. I find it just separates my lashes really beautifully. Very, very black and obviously volumizing. I do need to get a new one, but I will get a new one when I go through duty free when I go to New Zealand in a few weeks time. For a setting spray or face mist kind of a product, the one I have used the most this year would be the Smashbox Primer Water. I love this. I feel like it's so hydrating, and I don't know if it actually like makes my makeup last longer and everything, but I feel like it settles all the powders down on my face. Really hydrating. I can use it like before I use my skincare, so I feel like it's a bit more versatile than some of the other setting sprays out there, because you can use it before your makeup, you can use it after your makeup, or you can use it before your skincare. I really like this one. I feel like it's just so hydrating and I love using it. Before I forget to mention, my favorite eyeshadow base for using with pigments and glitters is the Too Faced Glitter Glue. I did use this even before my shadow today, even though it's not a glitter, it's just quite a pigmented eyeshadow, but it just really helps to hold the product on there really well. So I love this stuff. You don't need to use much of it. I feel like it will last me forever. It's a really great product. For lips, my absolute favorite lip kind of combination this year is probably exactly what I'm wearing on my lips right now, which is the Boldly Bare lip pencil from MAC with the cream cup lipstick over the top. I just love this combination because it gives me just the perfect nude pink lip, and it's just very easy to wear. Not too nude that it washes you out, it gives you some color, but it tends to go with a lot. My other favorites for lips would be the NARS Audacious lipsticks in Anita and Apolline, which I don't have on me at the moment, but I absolutely love those lipsticks as well. So that's my 2016 makeup favorites. I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!